Let the arms reach overhead, legs long, big stretch. Relaxing down to the floor. We'll flex both feet. We're going to gently raise that right leg up towards the ceiling. You can do strap to the ball of the foot. You can grab behind the leg. Feeling the back of your body pressing down into the floor. Let the belly button fall in. Keeping our deep core engaged. Gently letting that right leg fall out about halfway, not all the way over. You can prop the elbow up on the floor and then just kind of hold the leg if that works for you, or you can keep the strap. Finally letting that right leg fall all the way over to the right side. Back of the body still flat on the floor. Gently bringing that right leg all the way back up to center. We're going to let it cross over a little bit to the left. Still straightening the legs. Back still flat. Let that left leg fall all the way over to the right side. You can let the back of the hips lift from the floor, but try to keep your chest facing mostly up towards the ceiling. Letting that right arm come back behind you. Big breath. Letting that right leg come all the way back up to center. We're going to bend the knee, bringing it into the chest, interlacing the fingers on top of the shin, pulling that knee in tight. You can roll out that right ankle. You can point or flex the left foot. Keeping that knee tucked in tight. We're just going to lift the shoulders, trying to bring the nose a little closer to the knee, letting the belly button fall in. And gently releasing the leg, lowering all the way back down. Feet flexed, switching sides. Sole of the left foot up to the ceiling. Put the strap there. Again, grab behind. If you don't want to use hands at all, you don't have to. Breathe into the tight spots. Leg gonna fall halfway over to the left and propping it up if you would like. And left leg's falling all the way over to the left side. Back is flat. Still pushing out through the heels. Left leg's coming all the way up through center, crossing over to the right a little bit. Try to keep the right toes pointing upward. Left leg come all the way over to the right side, keeping the chest facing up, left arms reaching behind us. Left leg's coming all the way back up to center. We'll bend the knee, bringing it into the chest. Fingers on the shin. Pulling the knee in. And lifting the shoulders, bringing the nose closer to the knee. Shoulders, left leg's coming all the way to the floor. We'll bring the soles of the feet together, leaving the outsides of the feet on the floor, just coming into a relaxed butterfly. Bringing the knees together, extending the legs back up to the ceiling, regular legs up, low back pressing down into the floor. You can move the feet, ankles. And bending the knees, letting ourselves rock up to a seat. Keep the right ankle crossed in front, hands to the knees. We're going to take a couple circles of the neck. Going all the way around, slowly, mouth closed, both directions, shoulders down. Bringing the head back to center, we're going to take that right hand, placing it on top, or I guess kind of on the left side of the head. We're just gonna let the head tilt over to the right side. If you'd rather put the arm on, you can do that. Just a little gentle tug in the neck, not too much. And back up to center, switching sides, left hand to the right side of the face. Again, letting the head tilt over to the left. Try to make sure you keep that right shoulder down. Want to get a little bit of pull. Nothing crazy. Coming back up to center, we're going to extend the hand straight out in front of us. We're going to take the left hand grabbing the right fingers and just pulling the hand back a little bit. Sitting up tall, keeping our belly in. And let the fingers point down, holding on to the top of the hand now. You can wiggle the fingers if you want. And switching over to the left hand, so right hand grabs the fingers, pulling them back. And pointing the fingers down. And you can wiggle if you want. And releasing the hands down, we're going to bring the soles of the feet together into our butterfly. Holding on to our toes or our ankles or the shins. Inhale up through the top of the head, shoulders pull down, belly in. And exhale, keeping that same body position, just bending the elbows, hinging a little forward. In your kind of neutral folded position, we're going to take a butterfly cat-cow. So letting the face lift, kind of letting the belly fall a little bit forward, coming into a cow. And then we'll let the back round. You can tuck the chin all the way into your cat. Inhale, lifting the face, arching the back. And let it go, rounding forward. Rolling our way back up, coming into our flower pose. Options, you can bring the hands to the floor and just lift the feet. You can also lift the feet up, holding them. It's whichever one works better for you. You can also try to do one foot at a time. Remember to breathe as we balance. And slowly lowering the legs all the way back down to the floor. We'll bring the right leg out to the right side, half straddle. If you want to turn to the top, facing the side of your mat, you can do that too, or stay facing forward. We'll inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding forward, right down the center. Keeping the right toes up, making sure that your arms or your hands are evenly put down on the floor. Sometimes we try to lean over to the left side. Low, we're walking the hands all the way over to the right foot, both hands reaching towards the foot. Inhale for a little half lift just to straighten the back. And exhale, fold. Keeping this right arm down by your right leg, we're just going to open up that left shoulder. Looking under the left armpit, letting that left hand reach over, up and over your ear towards the right foot. Pressing that left sits bone down into the floor. Big stretch all the way left side of the body. Inhaling up to center, we're just going to bring that right foot in, left leg out. Inhaling up, exhale, folding down the center, checking in with that left foot, making sure both sits bones are on the floor. Walking the hands over to the left leg, both hands reaching for that right foot. Left arm down on the leg, we're opening up that right shoulder, letting the arm fall over the head, looking under the right arm, pressing the right hip down. Back up to center, letting your right leg come all the way back out to your full straddle. And inhale, arms up high. On our exhale, we're just going to hinge forward a little bit, letting the hands come to the floor, keeping the toes up. We're going to take a couple cat-cows in our straddle position. So on your inhale, lift the face, arch the back a little bit. Imagine lifting the tailbone. And on your exhale, let the back round. You can tuck the chin, pressing into the hands to help get you a little rounder. And inhale, lifting and arching. And exhale, rounding the back. This time coming back to your neutral folded position. We're going to let the hands walk forward, coming into your pancake or full straddle. If you would rather reach for the toes, that's also an option. Tilting the pelvis down and forward, feeling it a little more on the inner thighs. Rolling ourselves all the way up. We'll bring the legs together into our pike position. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, we're going to fold, just bringing the hands to the shins or the legs, just a slight hinge in the body. Inhale, lift the face, arch for your cat or your cow. And then let the back round as you exhale. Again, inhale, arching the back. Exhale, rounding down. Kneeling back up to our neutral folded position. We're just going to let the hands slide a little farther, maybe reaching for the toes this time or the sides of the feet. Releasing the toes. We'll roll all the way up, crossing the ankles, rolling forward to our hands and knees, coming into our tabletop position. Start with a couple rounds of cat-cow. Squeezing in the sides of your belly. Letting yourself move as you breathe. Coming back to our neutral tabletop when you're evened out. We'll let the hips drop all the way back into the child's pose. Arms reaching forward. Drop the forehead if you want. Shifting the hips forward towards the top of the mat, coming into our up dog. So keeping the wrists under our shoulders, pressing down into the floor so we're keeping the lift in the neck. Lifting the hips, coming back up into our tabletop. We're going to tuck the toes underneath. We're going to let the hips slide back again. You don't have to bring them all the way, your hips all the way down to the heels. Just press into the hands, kind of crunching the toes a little bit. Gently untucking the toes, then rolling yourself up. We're going to bring the knees wide, toes together for our wide child's pose. Inhale up. Exhale, folding right down the center. Remember, if you want to use a block in front of you to help prop you up, you can do that. Just trying to relax the hips. I'm going to lift the chest just enough to take that right arm, sliding it underneath the left, lowering down to the shoulder, so threading the needle. Bringing that right hand back to the top of the mat, switching, so threading the left arm underneath the right, relaxing onto that shoulder, full breath. Bringing that left arm back to center. We'll slowly walk the hands in, coming to an upright position, walking the hands behind us. You can bend the elbows, you can come to the forearms. If you would like, you can press into the knees and lift the hips away from the feet. It's a lot on your quads. Down, gently coming all the way back up. We'll bring the hands forward, knees back into our regular tabletop position. Tucking the toes again, we're going to lift the knees, shifting up and back, downward dog. Pedaling out the heels, maybe shifting the weight side to side. Walking the feet forward to the hands, coming into our forward fold. Just letting the top half of the body hang. You can grab opposite elbows, you can grab behind the legs, you can grab big toe, you can just dangle. Lots of options. Press into the feet. Inhale, lifting the back just to a half lift, so that way we're parallel to the chest is parallel to the floor. We'll bring the arms behind us, interlacing them on top of the tailbone, palms and wrists together. We're going to take another little lift just to arch, and we're going to let it go, folding forward, extending the knuckles up and back, maybe lifting them towards the ceiling. Again, hands together. Releasing the arms all the way down. Pressing into the feet, rolling your way up. And up last. Keeping the feet hip distance, eyes open or closed. Starting at the soles of your feet. We're grounding down, we're centering ourselves. Feeling each toe press into the floor, the ball of the foot, the heel. You have to anchor down in order to lift up, so the more you press down into the feet, the more lift you'll feel up through the legs, the hips, keeping them slightly tucked under. Coming up through the chest, chest forward, shoulders rolling back, arms down by the sides, neck long, top of the head reaching towards the ceiling, not the forehead, just the top of the head. Feel your abs pull in. You're a little taller than when you started. And gently letting it go, opening our eyes. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, hop or step back. Chaturanga. Inhaling, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Full breath. Next inhale, hop, step, walk, top of the mat. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Press into the feet, rise up, big inhale. And exhale, we'll let the arms fall to the side. If you want to put a block at the front and back of your mat, that may help you. You may or may not need it. Just an option. Coming back to the top of our mat. We're going to shift all our weight into that right foot. We're inhaling, arms up, coming into our stork. Keeping that left leg where it is, we're just going to hinge the upper body forward, wrapping around the knee. This is our flamingo prep. Trying to keep the knee in tight to your body. Right foot's flat. The toes have came back towards the leg. Gently release, inhaling all the way back up. We're going to step that left foot all the way back into your pyramid, straightening the legs. Both feet are facing forward and let it go, hinging down. You can do a block on the side or in the front of the foot. Back is flat. Bending that right knee. We're inhaling all the way up, letting that left foot pivot out to the side just a little bit, so 45 degrees. We're keeping the chest forward in our warrior one. Right hip pulls underneath you. Nice and easy. We're going to shift the weight forward into that right leg, letting that right hand come to the floor or a block, coming into your half moon. So the left hip is stacked on top of the right. Left arm's reaching up. Flex that left foot. Gently bending that right knee. We're letting the left foot come all the way to the floor, so keep it at 90 degrees. We're straightening that right leg, shifting the hips back into our triangle. So right hand's towards the foot or a block, left arm's reaching up to the ceiling. Feeling the hips pressing towards the back of your mat. Bending that right knee. This time we're turning towards the left side of your mat. So as you bend that right knee, bending, lowering the hips all the way down into your side squat. Right knee's bent. Letting the left toes point up towards the ceiling. You can bring the right foot flat if you would like. Just doing an open standasana. Letting that left foot come back down to the floor. We're going to straighten the legs into our wide leg pose. Inhale for a half lift. And exhale, let yourself fold forward. You can hold the legs, reach the arms through. Inhaling back up into our half lift, bringing our hands to the floor. We're bending the left knee, just letting the hips drop over to the left side. So left side squat. And let the toes turn up. Bringing the hands back to the floor. We're going to straighten out that left leg. Keep the right foot at 90 degrees. Left foot's going to turn, toes facing the back of the mat. Inhaling, right arm up into your triangle. Pushing the hips towards the top of the mat now. Gently bending that left knee. We're shifting the weight forward into that left foot. Left hand can come to the mat or a block. Lifting that right leg up behind you, half moon. Flexing that back leg. Gently bending the left knee. We're letting the right foot come all the way down behind us. This time keep it at 45 degrees. Inhaling, arms up, chest up, facing the back of the mat into your warrior one. Relax the shoulders. Belly in. Gently straightening the front leg. We're going to turn the right heel out. So now both feet are facing the back of your mat. We're in our pyramid position. Big breath in. And let it go. Hinging forward. Pull the left hip under. Thighs, inner thighs kissing. Bending that left knee. We're inhaling all the way up into our crescent. Gently shifting forward onto that left foot. Right knee's coming up and in. Standing tall. Pointing the toes down, bringing them in towards the left leg. Letting the upper body hinge forward as you wrap the arms around the right knee. Releasing the knee, inhaling up, arms high. Exhale, we're going to let that right foot come to the floor. Let the upper body fold forward. Regular forward fold. Pressing into the feet, rolling back up. Inhaling onto that left foot. We're going to inhale up, bringing the arms high. Again, hinging forward, we're making our way back to the top of the mat. Into your flamingo prep, inhaling all the way back up. Stepping the right foot back, foot flat into your pyramid, and let it go, hinging forward. Bending the left knee, letting that right heel swing out a little bit. So now the back foot's 45 degrees. Inhaling, arms up, warrior one, shoulders dropping down. Shifting the weight forward into that left leg, letting the left hand come to the floor. Right arm's gonna reach up, half moon. Keep that right leg engaged. Don't let it just hang out in space. Bending that left knee, right foot's coming all the way down to the floor. We're straightening the left leg, shifting the hips back. That back foot's 90 degrees. Coming into our triangle. Lift up at the right hand. We're gonna bend the left knee, letting the hips lower, hands will come to the floor. Bending the left knee into your left side squat. Toes can come up if you'd like. All depends on what kind of stretch you want today. And straightening that left leg, coming up to your wide leg fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, let it go, folding forward. And reaching back through the legs or holding our ankles. Just trying to let the crown of the head drop towards the floor. Inhaling back up for our half lift. We're bending the right knee, shifting the weight into the right foot, lowering our hips, Skandasana. Straighten that right leg, keeping that left foot at 90 degrees. We're letting the right toes turn towards the top of the mat. Right hand by the right foot, left arm's reaching up, pressing the hips back towards the end of your mat, your triangle. Bending that right knee, bringing the right hand to the top of the mat or a block. Shifting forward into your half moon. Stretching out through that back leg. Remember to breathe. Gently bending the right knee, left foot's coming to the floor, keeping it at 45 degrees. Inhaling, arms up, facing the top of the mat, right knee's bent, warrior one. Straightening out our right leg, letting the left heel pivot back so both feet are facing forward into our pyramid. And let it go, folding forward. Bending that right knee, inhaling all the way up for your crescent. Then shifting forward onto that right foot, left knee's coming up, finding our balance. 90-degree knee, we'll bring the left toes in towards the leg as you fold forward, wrapping around that left knee. And releasing the knee, inhaling all the way back up. And exhale, letting everything fold forward. Left foot will come to the ground, hands reach down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, hop or step back, vinyasa. Couple breaths. On our inhale, right leg's gonna reach up and back, three-legged dog. Shifting weight forward towards the top of the mat, we're bringing the right shin down into our pigeon. You can put a block under that right hip. It'll help you from floating or falling. And when you're ready, just let it go. Fold forward. Relaxing that right hip. Checking in with your breath. If your mind starts to wander, it's okay, no big deal. Just breathe and bring it back to now. to the hands. We're gonna tuck the left toes underneath. You can scoot that left knee in a little closer to the hands if you like. Pressing into the hands, lifting up, that right leg shooting up and back into your three-legged dog. You can open up the hip, bend the knee, shake that out a little. If you would like, with that right knee bent, you can let the right foot fall all the way to the floor behind you as that right hand reaches up into flip your dog. Coming back into your three-legged dog. We'll slowly lower that right foot to the floor. Inhaling left leg up and back. Exhale, we're shifting left shin forward, top of the mat, left side pigeon. Block under the left hip if you would like. And letting it go, folding forward. Big breath to let it go, help it settle in. To our hands. We're tucking the right toes underneath. Again, you might want to scoot that right knee in a little closer. Pressing into the floor, lifting that left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Open up the hip, bend the knee, shake it out. Again, if you would like, you can let that left foot fall all the way behind you to the floor as that left hand reaches up to flip the dog. Back into your three-legged dog. We'll gently lower that left foot to the floor. Bend the knees, bringing them all the way down. Shift back for a quick child's pose. You can roll out your wrist. Lifting the chest, we're going to come to a seat. Grab your blocks and bring them right outside our hips. So we have a couple of options for this. We're going to work on lotus, but if lotus is too much for you, you can always, this is level 1, just an easy seat. Level 2 is foot here, and level 3 would be if you want to bring that other foot up for your lotus. So pick whichever one works for you. We'll start with the right leg, so bring the right heel foot to the top of the left thigh. You're gonna let that left foot scoot out towards the top of the mat and lifting that left foot up on top. Sitting up nice and tall when inhale up and exhale, hinging forward, but this time we're dropping the arms back behind us, grabbing opposite elbows. Eventually the thought is that your left hand could reach your right toes and your right hand could reach your left toes when you hinge forward. Yeah, I can't. We're coming all the way back up, keeping the legs where they are. Blocks are right outside our hips, keeping them flat. We're gonna bring the hands down. Again, even if you're in an easy seat, that's okay. We're gonna press into the blocks, lifting up away from the floor any amount. Easy breath. And slowly lowering back down. Unwind your legs. This time we're going to switch, bringing the left leg on top of the right thigh or left ankle crossed in front. Right ankles or right foot's going to come on top. And sitting up tall, arms reach high. Exhale, arms behind you, hinging forward. Up, bringing the blocks close. When you're ready, pressing into the blocks, trying to lift yourself up away from the floor. Keep the ears out of our shoulders. And slowly releasing back down to the floor. Scoot the blocks over. You can unwind your legs. We'll come all the way down to our back. Keeping the feet hip distance, flat on the floor. Pressing into the feet, we're gonna lift the hips up into our bridge. Legs are still parallel. Glutes are lifting up, belly button's pulling in. Grabbing our block, we're gonna bring it underneath us, right underneath the sacrum, letting the hips rest just a little bit. We're using that block as support, not necessarily to let all our weight be on it. From here, we're gonna lift that right foot up. We're taking a couple marches, so right foot's knees coming closer to the body, and then we'll slowly lower the foot back down. Keeping the same shape, left side, lifting the foot, squeezing in your belly button, deep core, left leg lowers. One more time each side, right knee lifts, and lowers, and left knee lifts, and to the floor. This time letting our hips rest all the way down on the block. We're gonna grab our other block, putting it in between your feet or your calves, whichever one feels better for you. We just wanna make sure we have something to squeeze and engage. Legs are up towards the top of the ceiling. You can hold the block underneath you if you want. Squeezing in our belly, slowly lowering the legs, not quite to the floor, not quite horizontal. You'll notice when your back starts to arch, that means you've gone too far. Squeezing our belly in. And slowly bringing the legs all the way back up to top. And again, slowly lowering, squeezing the abs in. If your belly is poking out like a bagel, that means you're not engaging your deep core, you're just squeezing the sides. And that'll cause rib flare. And slowly lifting the legs all the way back up. One more time, lowering the legs, squeezing. And legs back up to center. We'll grab the block from in between the legs, letting it come to the floor, regular legs up position. You can roll out your ankles. You can move the legs around if you want. You can take a straddle, a split. You can always just leave them up top. There's nothing wrong with a little resting legs up. Eventually bringing the legs back up to center, taking a breath or two in your normal legs up. We'll bend the knees one at a time, letting the feet come to the floor. We'll lift the hips, removing the block, letting the back lower down to the floor. Keeping the left foot on the floor, we're gonna cross right knee on top of left. You can keep it crossed, or if you want to tuck that right foot back behind the left leg for eagle legs, that's also an option. We're gonna keep the back flat. We're just letting both knees fall over towards the left side. You might get a pop in the back. And bringing the knees back up to center. Uncrossing, letting the sole of the right foot come to the floor. Left knee crossing on top. Again, if you want to wrap that foot behind, getting a cross position, then letting both knees fall over to the right side. Try to keep the chest upward, getting a good twist in the back. Letting go of that ab work. Bringing the knees back up to center, unwinding the legs, letting the legs come up towards the ceiling, low back into the floor. You can reach for the toes or leave the arms out to a T. Bending the knees, reaching the hands up for the outsides of our feet, coming into our happy baby. Knees outside the ribs. Back flat, tailbone pressing into the floor. Letting the knees come into the chest, little rock side to side. And we'll extend the arms overhead, legs long, big stretch of the body.